The real truth about low-carb diets. Hidden heart risks you're never told. Low-carb diets have become one of the biggest health trends in the world. They promise fast weight loss, better blood sugar, sharper thinking, the list goes on. But a massive 30-year study has uncovered something most people have never heard about. Cutting carbs too aggressively or replacing them with the wrong foods may actually increase your risk of heart disease. Yes, the same diets people use to get healthier might quietly be working against them. In the next few minutes, we're breaking down what this new research really discovered, why low-carb isn't automatically safe, and the hidden mistakes that could be putting your heart at risk without you even realizing it. For years, we've been told that cutting carbohydrates is the fastest and most effective way to lose weight, reduce inflammation, and improve overall health. Entire diet cultures, keto, Atkins, carnivore, and extreme low-carb movements have exploded in popularity, promising everything from rapid fat loss to enhanced mental clarity. Influencers, fitness personalities, and even some nutrition coaches have repeated the same message. Carbs are the enemy. But what if this message is incomplete? What if the conversation around low-carb diets left out something far more important? Something that could affect your long-term health, especially your heart. A new large-scale, multi-decade study has revealed something surprising. Low-carb diets might not be the heart-protective lifestyle that many people believe they are. The research suggests that drastically cutting carbs doesn't automatically make you healthier. In fact, depending on what you replace those carbs with, your risk of developing heart disease could actually go up. This script dives into what that research found, why it matters, and what low-carb dieters need to know to protect their long-term health. Why low-carb diets became so popular. Before we analyze the science, it's important to understand the foundation. Low-carb dieting became mainstream for three major reasons. First, the promise of rapid weight loss. When you cut carbs dramatically, your body quickly sheds water weight and starts pulling energy from stored glycogen, which gives the illusion of fast fat loss. People see the scale drop rapidly, even though much of that initial loss isn't fat at all. This immediate reinforcement makes low-carb diets feel effective, and it's why so many stay committed. Second, many people associate carbohydrates with sugar and processed foods. In reality, carbs exist on a spectrum from whole grains and fruits to pastries and soda, but diet culture often paints all carbs as equally harmful. This generalization convinces people that reducing carbs drastically is equivalent to eliminating unhealthy eating. Finally, influencers and industry marketing. Supplement companies, online coaches, and even food brands capitalize on trends. Low-carb snacks, keto bars, MCT oils, butter-heavy cookbooks, all of these contribute to a culture where eating fewer carbs feels like a symbol of discipline, intelligence, and superior health choices. But the truth is more complex. The study referenced in the video followed participants for roughly 3 decades. Researchers tracked dietary patterns, heart disease diagnoses, metabolic markers, and long-term health outcomes. What makes this study impactful is not just its size, but its duration. Short-term diet studies often produce misleading results because the effects of nutritional choices accumulate over years, not weeks. The most important discovery was this: low-carb diets are not inherently heart-healthy. The impact depends entirely on the quality of the foods replacing the carbohydrates. Participants who consumed low-carb diets high in animal fats, saturated fats, processed meats, and refined oils had a significantly higher risk of heart disease. Levels rose, their arteries showed more signs of plaque development, and their long-term cardiovascular risk increased. However, participants who consumed low-carb diets focused on whole foods, lean proteins, unsaturated fats, nuts, seeds, legumes, and fiber-rich vegetables did not experience the same negative outcomes. In some cases, their heart health markers even improved. This means the danger was never carbs versus no carbs. The real question was always, what food are you eating instead of the carbs? Why cutting carbs can backfire on your heart, Low-carb diets create common pitfalls that often go unnoticed. Pitfall 1. Increased consumption of saturated fats. By removing carbs, many people increase their intake of foods like butter, cheese, bacon, heavy cream, fatty meats, and oils. While some saturated fat is fine, excessive consumption elevates LDL cholesterol, known as bad cholesterol, which contributes to plaque formation in the arteries. Over decades, this becomes a major risk factor for heart disease. Pitfall 2. Losing essential fiber. Many carb-containing foods, whole grains, fruits, beans, lentils, sweet potatoes are the richest natural sources of fiber. When people cut carbs, they often unintentionally cut fiber as well. Low fiber leads to higher cholesterol levels, slower digestion, unstable blood sugar, increased inflammation, poor gut microbiome health. Fiber is one of the strongest protective factors against heart disease, yet low-carb diets often lack it entirely. The quality of carbohydrates matters more than the quantity. One of the biggest takeaways from the study is the importance of the type of carbohydrates consumed. The health risks associated with carbs come primarily from refined carbohydrates such as white bread, pastries, sugary drinks, candy, processed snacks. These foods spike blood sugar, increase inflammation, and contribute to weight gain over time. But the healthiest forms of carbohydrates, whole grains, fruits, vegetables, legumes have been repeatedly linked to lower heart disease risk, longer lifespan, better metabolic health, improved cholesterol, stable energy, healthier digestion. So the message isn't eat more carbs. It's choose the right carbs. The better way to approach carbohydrates. The study suggests a balanced framework. 1. Choose high-quality carbohydrates. Prioritize whole grains, oats, quinoa, brown rice, legumes, fruits, and fiber-rich vegetables. To avoid highly processed carbs. Limit pastries, white breads, sugary drinks, and packaged snacks. 3. Combine carbs with healthy fats and proteins. This stabilizes blood sugar and supports heart health. 4. Incorporate plant-based protein sources. Beans, lentils, tofu, and nuts reduce saturated fat intake. 5. Use carb reduction strategically. Instead of eliminating carbs, reduce them moderately, especially at night or during sedentary periods. The heart-healthy version of low-carb. Low-carb isn't inherently dangerous. The problem lies in how most people do it. A heart-healthy low-carb approach includes lean proteins, fish, poultry, unsaturated fats, olive oil, avocado, nuts. Low-carb vegetables, moderate whole grains, legumes, and high-fiber foods. This version balances the benefits of lower carbs while protecting metabolic and cardiovascular health. What this means for you. If you follow a low-carb diet or you've considered trying one, it's important to understand that the diet itself isn't magic or universally harmful. It's a tool. And like any tool, its effectiveness depends on how you use it. The takeaway is simple. Carb quantity matters, but carb quality matters far more. Choosing the wrong foods to replace your carbs may put your heart at risk, even if you feel healthier in the moment. Choosing the right foods can protect your long-term health while supporting your weight goals. Low-carb diets have their place, and for many people, they offer short-term benefits. But the long-term story is more nuanced. If you want to protect your heart, balance your cholesterol, and build sustainable health, not just fast weight loss, you can't ignore the quality of your food. Your heart doesn't care about trends. It cares about what you fuel it with every day.